Hey everybody, this is Jason Wilson with Curious About Cannabis. Thanks so much for tuning in once again. As many of you know, I'm a natural product scientist, a science communicator, and of course the author of Curious About Cannabis and the host and producer of the Curious About Cannabis podcast. I've been studying the cannabis plant professionally for pretty much the majority of the past decade, from looking at the chemistry of the cannabis plant and cannabis extracts and cannabis-derived products to trying to apply quality controls and improve processes around cannabis product manufacturing, cannabis extraction. I've been able to get my hands involved in pretty much every side of the cannabis industry. I've worked in cannabis testing labs, developing methods to try to understand how to evaluate cannabis. I've also worked in product manufacturing facilities and extraction labs. I've also grown cannabis and helped plenty of my friends with their cannabis harvests as well. And I'm a medical cannabis patient. My experience with the plant over the past decade or so has been a bit unique, and I've learned a lot, and I'm still always learning. But my mission has become over the years to really try to help others separate a lot of the hype and hyperbole around cannabis from the actual reality about cannabis. Now, it's certain that cannabis has a ton of therapeutic potential. I'm even a living testament to that. But there's also a variety of risks and challenges that need to be acknowledged if we're going to make the most of this plant so that we get the best possible outcomes as we can while minimizing any potential negative aspects. If you're curious about cannabis like I am, I want to invite you to attend our next Curious About Cannabis Masterclass coming in March 2023. It's a very intensive class that runs for approximately 6 months. It'll start in March and run all the way till August, and we will spend all of that time together working side by side so we can dive into a crash course of cannabis science ranging from cannabis botany and horticulture and looking at the basic biology of the cannabis plant itself. We'll also be talking about how cannabis is categorized and what all these different strain names mean. We'll talk about the genetics of cannabis. How does the cannabis plant produce cannabinoids and aromatic compounds like terpenes that give cannabis varieties their unique smells? Cannabis chemistry, cannabis extraction science and technology, and cannabis testing. If you've ever wondered how cannabis labs fudge numbers and boost THC results, well, you will learn in this class. We'll also dive into the pharmacology of cannabinoids, where we'll really try to unpack what we actually know and don't know regarding how compounds in the cannabis plant, as well as cannabis-derived products, affect the body. The history of the medical use of cannabis, the current recognized therapeutic applications of cannabis, the potential therapeutic applications of cannabis that research is starting to support, and we'll also talk about some of the risks and challenges to utilizing cannabis as medicine. And all along the way, you're going to be working on a personalized project that is unique to you and your interests in cannabis. And you and I will be working side by side to try to ensure that any questions that you have about cannabis can either be answered or that you get the knowledge and skill sets needed to begin to try to approach the answers to those questions. And it's my hope that by the end of the class, you'll walk away very confident that you have the skills and resources necessary to separate cannabis facts from fiction. So I hope you'll join me. The Curious About Cannabis Masterclass starts March 2023. I hope to see you there. Stay curious and take it easy. Bye-bye.